first of all, a very good afternoon to you. I am Anand Samy, co-founder of International Leaders Summit, Jerusalem Leaders Summit, and co-host of America's Roundtable Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished elected officials, viewers and listeners joining us via broadcast media, we welcome you to the Solidarity with Israel event on Capitol Hill and our important stand with the Jewish American community. We thank our co-sponsors, Speaker Mike Johnson and Chairman Mike Bost, for partnering with us on this event and leading us on this vital front as we join together in solidarity with Israel and the Jewish American people. And our special thanks to our media partners, including Jewish News Syndicate, Lanser Broadcasting Corporation in the Midwest, and SuperTalk Mississippi Media covering the entire South and a number of other states in the Midwest as well. We also appreciate and welcome new trusted partners, the National Hispanic Partners Alliance, and the New Life Harvest Church of Richmond, Virginia. Our convening today is vital, and it is due to the horrific events on that fateful day on October 7, 2023, Israel's 9/11. It not only impacted the Jewish state, October 7 marked a day in history when the civilized world woke up to acts of barbarism and the explosion of anti-Semitism in the Western world like we have never seen before. May our generation and the generations to come remember October 7. And this afternoon, our speakers will communicate a call to remember, affirm the U.S.-Israel relationship, that special relationship, and our moral commitment to the Jewish state. We reflect on the 1,200 lives that were lost, including Israelis, Americans, and other nationalities. May their memories be a blessing to all. Over 6,900 were injured that day, and 240 hostages taken captive to Gaza, including young children and babies. We must also remember that ordinary individuals, both Jews and Arabs, and even guest workers from India and other places, stood between Hamas terrorists and saved Israeli Jews. They were many unsung heroes that day. And a few weeks ago on Capitol Hill, legislators were shown clips of videos by Hamas as they murdered Israeli men, women, elderly, children, and babies. As we discussed this with a number of members of Congress on that very same day, a number of them shared that they just had to simply walk out of the room due to experiencing the images from these horrific killings recorded. Some even shared with us, it's so difficult to remove that which can be seen. The vast majority of our fellow Americans have seen some of these video recordings through social media platforms and media. And today we realize we are witnesses of these evidences, the manifestation of pure evil carried out by Hamas, a proxy of Iran. And today we have some influential media groups that want us to move away from October 7 and focus on some other issues. On another sobering note, the governing heights of the world and influential global organizations have yet to acknowledge the horrific raping of Israeli women and young girls, from the fields of the music festival to the homes in the kibbutzim. Their silence to these atrocities are not acceptable, since American taxpayers generously pay for their salaries of much of these institutions, such as the United Nations. Today's gathering on Capitol Hill is to send a message to our fellow Americans and the world in this place here, right here in the People's Building, the People's Home, that America stands in solidarity with Israel, and we stand with the Jewish community of America and with Jews around the world. The U.S.-Israeli ties are unique, and it is based on America's moral commitment to the Jewish people. America's relationship with Israel is sacrosanct. Americans know all too well the verse from the Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh, or Genesis 12:3, which states, "I will bless those who bless thee." In our strategic panel on America and Israel and the real-time focus on Iran, stoking the flames of a wider conflict will enlighten us to the realities on the ground and how it will impact Israel and the United States. We will also hear from distinguished leaders in Congress. As we participate in this call to remember, reflecting on October 7, we must not lose sight of the miracle of Israel and the contributions it makes to all mankind. The startup nation's creativity and innovation in the fields of agriculture, healthcare, and technology and water solutions, to name just a few. We also remember that these days are the days of the Festival of Lights, and we are once again drawn to Jerusalem. When the Maccabees returned to their ransacked temple, they found only one jar of oil, just enough to light the temple's candle for one day. But according to the Talmud, the oil miraculously burned for 8 days, enough time for the victorious Maccabees to find more oil for their sacred candles. We know that our friends in Israel today are praying for victory over evil. In the Hebrew Tanakh, the Tehillim, Psalm 122 says, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May they be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. For the sake of my brothers and friends, I will say, peace be within you. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek prosperity for you." I thank you all today for coming to this gathering here, taking time away from your busy schedules and standing in solidarity with the people of Israel, with the state of Israel. And thank you so much for joining with us.